Okay, how we doing, folks? Today is June 1st, 2016, here on the Rich Van Tassel channel. Right now, we are going again with our NBA Finals preview. We're looking at the key matchups, both position-wise and player-wise, that I'm looking forward in these finals. The first, and I think the biggest matchup, is going to be the guard play, obviously. When you have Klay Thompson and Steph Curry as members of the Golden State Warriors, and you have such a special player like Kyrie Irving for the Cleveland Cavaliers, you have to, certainly address this guard situation, and it's going to be critical. We talked about Iman Shumpert yesterday. Will he come into the game and get minutes and play defensively on Steph Curry? Will Steph Curry be matching up against Kyrie Irving when he's playing defense? I would expect otherwise. I would expect, depending on if it's Smith or Shumpert, whoever's in the game, that will be the one that Steph Curry is on, most likely chasing three-point shooters and probably roaming a little off of Iman Shumpert and doing double teams. As far as Kyrie Irving, I would expect he is going to get Klay Thompson playing defense on him for most of this series. Now, Kyrie Irving didn't play much in the finals last year, got hurt early on. He's going to have his hands full with Steph Curry. We just saw Steph Curry get rid of both Damian Lillard and Russell Westbrook, guys who were first and second team All NBA. Westbrook being the first team as well, and Damian Lillard being a second team All NBA performer. So if Kyrie Irving really wants it, he's going to get it in this series because we know Steph Curry, obviously the MVP. He really doesn't need any introduction. But certainly Kyrie Irving is going to have his hands full, and let's see what he can do. But he's got to worry about Klay Thompson's defense. Thompson, who is a good defensive player in this series. When Kyrie Irving has the ball, is he going to be looking to score? Is he going to be looking to distribute? Is he going to rely on LeBron James to do the distributing? And you know what you're going to get with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Hot shooting, the defenders, Shumpert, even Irving, whoever he is marking up, and J.R. Smith as well. They've got to be attached to these guys. You don't want to see Klay Thompson get going. Frankly, if it wasn't for two hot streaks by Klay Thompson in both Game 6 and Game 7, Golden State probably wouldn't be in this situation. So you don't want to see that. You don't want to have these guys being confident. And Steph Curry's knee, to me, he looks all right, but there are certainly reports that it's not altogether with him in that regard. Then we move on, and it's what Kevin Love and Draymond Green has to be the second biggest matchup. I would expect Draymond Green is going to draw Kevin Love as well as draw LeBron James at times. But just I have a feeling Andre Iguodala is going to be the one who gets a lot of the work on LeBron James. So we're going to see Draymond Green and Kevin Love go at it a lot. Kevin Love will be able to stretch him out, but Draymond Green will be able to stretch Kevin Love out. However, Draymond Green is a much better interior defender than Kevin Love is, so Cleveland is losing a lot less when Kevin Love will be drawn out outside the hoop playing Draymond Green than they're going to lose less than Golden State will lose when Draymond Green is drawn outside. So let's see if that means Iguodala will draw Kevin Love then. But even so, I think LeBron James will be able to take Andre Iguodala or Draymond Green basically wherever he wants them to go. So that's going to be something we have to look forward to. And then another thing, we'll get into this when we discuss the player profile, is going to be Andrew Bogut. What does he have against Tristan Thompson in this series? Andrew Bogut has, been on and off. He has injuries. He's had a lot of nagging injuries. Tristan Thompson, while I thought Biyombo did have moments in the last series against Toronto, he's just such a big-time offensive rebounder, and that has to be addressed. Andrew Bogut is going to have his hands full because I think that's the one area where Cleveland really has the advantage in this series. Obviously, despite Kyrie Irving's exploits and how good of a player he is, they don't really have the guard matchup. Forwards, I'd say Cleveland has a bit of a matchup, obviously, with LeBron James over Andre Iguodala, or if it's Kevin Love over Andre Iguodala, whoever Iguodala is marking up. But the other way around, Draymond Green against whoever I'm expecting it to be Kevin Love, will be a bit of a wash. So the forward play certainly favors Cleveland, but I don't think it favors them nearly as much as the Tristan Thompson offensive rebounding matchup favors Cleveland. You also have the bench play, which I think is in favor of Golden State. We saw Maurice Spates play well when Harrison Barnes is in the game. He'll start. He'll draw a lot of time on LeBron James as well. That's why when Andre Iguodala is the one who comes off the bench, there's an advantage. for Golden State as well. We talked about Maurice Spates. He's played very well. Festus Ezeli has showed up in big moments. And even when Anderson Varejao comes in the game, he can certainly bang and bruise with Tristan Thompson, giving Golden State an advantage in that regard. You really have Matthew Dellavedova and most likely Iman Shumpert coming off the bench. Channing Frye has been good, but he really fits right into Golden State's hands. He likes to shoot on the outside, so if he's not hot and he's missing, that'll allow Golden State to get out and run. So I really like the matchups all the way around for Golden State, for the most part, outside of the forward play, which I don't think is that much of a favor for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then also as well where you have Tristan Thompson against Andrew Bogut or Festus Ezeli or Anderson Varejao, where Cleveland has those advantage. I think the difference between the advantages that Golden State has in the guard play are much more in favor of the Golden State Warriors. So we'll have to see how that develops. The guard play to me is really the biggest factor here, because that is Golden State's bread and butter. And if Kyrie Irving is not playing, I mean, he's got to take it to a whole nother level, I think, in this series. And he's been playing well. I'm not looking, to put Kyrie Irving down or act like he hasn't been playing well, because he has. But he has to take it to, even a notch that I'm not sure he has, because, frankly, not many players have that in this league. So those are the matchups to look forward to. We're going to do another player focus in just a minute. It'll be on Andrew Bogut, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And we will be right back with you. Thank you all so much.